I'm not angry. I'm just done. I used to yell. I used to cry out in protest, in warning, in hope. I used to fight for you, even when you stopped fighting for me. But now, I'm not angry. I'm just done. I've been patient through your betrayals, through the lies you wrapped in flags, through the prayers you hollowed out with politics, through the promises you made but never meant to keep. You swore to uphold liberty. You traded it for convenience. You said all were created equal, then built systems that made sure they never were. I watched you weaponize my name, turn my constitution into a script, recited, not lived. You only remembered me when you needed something to blame, or something to post. I gave you my land, my people, my soul, and you drained it dry, polluted it with greed, laced it with fear. You sold my forests for profit. You auctioned my dignity to the highest bidder. You called it progress. But what did you build? Skyscrapers with no heart, platforms with no truth, laws with no justice. Do you know what it's like to feel forgotten in your own home? To hear your anthem sung by people who don't listen to its words? To watch the ones you raised tear each other apart over illusions? You don't love me. You love the version of me that asks for nothing. But I was never meant to be quiet. I was never meant to be owned. I was meant to be earned. So I'm not angry. I've screamed enough. I've begged you to remember, to care, to see me. I showed you what freedom cost. You called it history and left it in the past. I warned you what hate could do. You fed it anyway. I tried to remind you what unity felt like. You laughed and called it weakness. So now, I'm not here to fix it. I'm not here to try one more time, to watch one more truth twisted, one more child forgotten, one more dream sold for profit. I'm not here to remind you of who you were, because you already forgot. I'm not angry. I'm just done. Done waiting for your apology. Done hoping for your change. Done bleeding quietly while you celebrate my wounds. I won't vanish in flames. I won't collapse in chaos. But I will retreat. I will pull back the things that made me whole. The ideals, the spirit, the soul. And when they're gone, when you finally notice the silence where I used to be, the stillness where my heartbeat once echoed, maybe then, you'll wonder what happened. And all I'll say is, I was never angry. I just couldn't carry you anymore.